couple weeks ago we talked about Bobby Lash, or no, we talked about MVP.
In regards to Bobby Lashley,
yeah, with that with the Hurt Business and the Triple H's WWE and look, some of that stuff bubbled up again yesterday in full force. My man King AO sent a tweet out that basically was like, "Hey man, what wrestlers are really like showing that they're being booked in a better position right now? What black wrestlers? Let me not leave that out."
Mm-hmm.
Then we get like a that tweet sends everybody insane, and it gets people to work on the legitimate activity. So they had news break. Bobby Lashley's deal was coming up. He's not gonna stick around. A lot of people were like,
"Oh, it's already officially not re-signing."
Yeah, everybody's like, we know which way the wind is blowing on this. And
okay, I didn't know if it was already for certain that people already know, like, he's out the door. I thought, or maybe it was one of those situations where, like, he's reached free agency. Let's see where he goes. Oh, he's going back to WWE. Another win for WWE.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the case or whatever, but MVP is definitely not coming back. Like, he tweeted the salute thing, like, I'm out of here pretty much. And I think the day that he turns his mic on, wherever it is, it's not going to be talking to Jericho, but wherever he turns his mic on, he's going to be unloading the chopper. I think that the silence around this and the finger pointing and the look the other way and pretend you don't see what you're seeing that's going on with this is nasty. And it is a true it is a true reflection of things where I said, yeah, man, don't forget this guy's teacher for 25 years was Vince McMahon. And I think if you talk about the last 10 years, right, like, you got to ask a question: who is booking black wrestlers better, Vince McMahon or Triple H?
Okay, so you got New Day, you got Bobby Lashley, got Street Profits, got Bianca Belair, and then for Triple H, you got a bunch of North American champions, and the Street Profits as well. So yeah.
You got Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, I mean, to Carmelo Hayes, Carmelo Hayes is really a Shawn Michaels era run of NXT, so you can't really give him that. That'd be like crediting him for like Ilya Dragunov. Like, no, I can't do that.
Look,
I mean, you can for his NXT UK thing, but not no.
He had the current AEW World Champion, at his disposal. Triple H never really, went all the way with him.
I mean, to be fair, in that situation, they pulled up Death Row way too early. Not Death Row, but Hit Row way too early. And then Vince, as we just talked about, who had a better track record of pushing black wrestlers, decided he's going to push Top Dollar instead of Swerve Strickland. All right.
Yeah.
It's amazing neither one with the company anymore. It's amazing. What a disastrous idea.
So, this whole thing with Lashley, right? And I think Lashley, throughout some of the pandemic, we see him on these pay-per-view shows, hard worker, just kept getting gradually more over, on his own or whatever. And then all of a sudden, this guy's like getting yanked off of WrestleManias, and he has to make an entrance with the Andre the Giant, trophy and shit. He's getting left off SummerSlams. He's just not getting booked anymore. Everybody's waiting for the great Montez Ford push, and I'm like,
they've been waiting for over a year now.
They've been waiting for 3 years for this, James.
Well, I mean, when they really started talking, he's putting on weight. That was like 2 years ago.
Yo, yeah. All right, you remember the Roman Reigns Sami Zayn match in Montreal? Like, Montez Ford was in that as a singles wrestler with all that mass, that muscle, and all that stuff.
So that was over a year and a half ago.
I think I watched a match on Monday Night Raw around that time. It was Austin Theory versus Montez Ford, and I was like, this company's pushing which one of them? Like, right. And then I was like, I wonder why. And then, like, that whole thing with they tried to turn these guys heel. Obviously, people love those guys. They don't want to boo them, and they don't want to boo Lashley. And they rejected that whole thing, and it's been, they've been the victim of what, just group all the black folks together, group up all the Latinos together,
Yep.
and
And
don't give them
now
much more than
now
that.
we're apparently grouping up all the lesbians.
The stud line, as I've heard, they've been called.
That was me and Yim that tweeted that.
Yes.
And then
look, also
USA Network retweeted laughing.
Yeah, they in the background.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Right next to Kamala Harris. Yeah.
So combine that with the fried chicken, during the selling the match, selling the Modelo, and like, yo, man, if Triple H is not
Rich,
racist,
gotta break up your point. Gotta prop
God
comic. Still got the Modelo's next to me.
If Triple H is not racist, right? Let's just say, all right, he's not.
It doesn't matter if he is or isn't. The product is the product, of the TV shows are the TV shows, and the presentations are the presentations.
It's hard to run away from all the television. It's hard to run away from all the people that are being booked. Let's take a look at this SummerSlam card.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
no, go ahead and make your point.
Okay,
I'm gonna pull the card up.
Okay, because my point is, like, when people do the is so and so a race, like, that is that for what we're talking about is what makes people tune out, and then they go into their holes and defensive mode and cope.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not someone's racist, the allegation of racism, let's put that in the neat box and let's put it to the side for now. That box is still there. We'll get to it in a second. But right now, that box over here, we just talked about they group up all the wrestlers based off of how they look and where they're from and the languages they speak. And then based off of that, we put product placement in their matches on the screens behind them that match stereotypes of whatever identity they belong to. That's problematic. Now, pick up the box. Rich, in your background, ain't that you got Triple H in blackface?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Okay, so whether or not you want to talk about whether or not Triple H is racist or not, let's focus on the part where there are problematic things happening on screen right now. That's more important right now than whether or not he's the dreaded R word.
Yeah. I'm looking at this SummerSlam card. It looks like there's 7 matches locked in. I can't guarantee there's gonna be any more added because you already know the joke on that. So let's go through.
Any chance they cut down on him?
You never know. It might be just too many.
We can't like that ain't never happened to people at a WrestleMania. Remember WrestleMania 28 when they cut that mixed tag match?
Yep. Remember when they just let Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan off SummerSlam or 2019 or some shit like that?
Yeah.
So let's go through this card. Stop me when we get someone that is of the diaspora. So we got Damian Priest versus Gunther. Definitely not far from it with Gunther. Like
okay, so Damian Priest, he there might be some diaspora there, Puerto Rican. We'll put a half star on it, I guess. Whatever. I don't even want to really do this, but yeah, sure. We'll mention the point that, like, yes, there are a lot of Afro Latinos in Puerto Rico, and we'll move from there. I'm not finna get into ancestry DNA with him right now, but let's put that to the side for now. Yeah,
we got Bayley versus Nia Jax, and their feud is over Bayley's butt,
and that Nia Jax is a stiff, reckless worker.
Yep.
Even though the point of wrestling is to beat people up.
We got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. A true opportunity for Liv Morgan to win. That aside, this looks Anglo to me. We got Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa.
So is this at the point where we acknowledge that, like, the WWE fans love to do the stupid Cody Rhodes joke? Like, what do you mean this problem? Like, they have a black man on top. Get the fuck out of here, man. Childish. All right, go ahead.
We got Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Sorry, Tannenbeds don't count.
I mean, does it count if we got one person that is The Rock doing a Rock impersonation?
He comes out to that white G-Funk,
I forgot about It's like, hey, y'all, hey, you like that riddle thing that we used to do? How about we make it worse?
We got Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I'm sorry, Braun
No
Breaker's
Braun.
he's not Dominican. No.
Now here's my thing, right? If you were how old were you when you thought Macho Man was black?
I was probably like a 6-year-old.
6-year-old. So you mean to tell me there ain't no kid that was born in 2008 that don't look at Braun Breaker and see that Caesar thing? That's a nigga. You kidding me? There's no way that kid out here thinking Braun Breaker. Yeah, LeBron Breaker.
LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he named after right there. Reckensteiner. What the fuck is that?
So we got Sami Zayn, as I mentioned, far from and then the last one was CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.
I mean, you said Sami Zayn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he got the red hair. I mean, that could be Blake Griffin. That could be Malcolm X. That could be... Anyway, let's move on, man. So what you had next on the lineup?
CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
No.
No. The Scottish Sword.
I ain't got no jokes on that one. No. Let's move on.
I'm not feeling the I'm just saying, let's look at the upcoming card, and it's like, no
Bianca, no Jade, no Street Profits.
Let's just where's
no New Day.
Where was Lashley supposed to fit in?
I know maybe you have Lashley get his, or never mind. Lashley and Drew McIntyre have had a history over the years. Maybe they do that eventually whenever they cool down off. I mean, who knows? I don't know how much longer do you think Bobby Lashley has on his contract?
Not sure.
Do you think he goes out through the rest of the year?
That would be a long time for this news to break. I feel like it's like inside of 2 months.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, man, it's the people are being very defensive about these things, like questioning Triple H and stuff like that, and of course he's not. Just completely absolving him of this.
It's this thing where, like, if you like the Booker's infallible. It's like, nah, man. Tony Khan makes mistakes. Triple H makes mistakes. This man made mistakes. Rossio Gallo made mistakes. Gato made mistakes. That's this thing. This is really fucking hard to do. So instead of pretending just because you like what they're doing at a particular time,
like there's no problem.
It's okay to detach your identity from the wrestling you watch. And I felt like we had this conversation once a month. Detach your identity from the wrestling you really enjoy. It's okay. Like, the other day last week we were talking about like me being a comic book nerd or whatever else. Like, I don't identify with Stan Lee and Marvel. I don't. Why would I? I don't identify with Jack Kirby in the fourth world in DC. I don't. I like the stuff. Doesn't mean I identify with it. No.
Keep applying pressure too. Like, and like there's there's people that go to bat publicly for some things, not so much on the others, and then it's like, I think it's fair to ask people these questions. Well, where you at on this? Like, even if they don't want to answer it, document it. Be like, all right, I really ain't got nothing to say about it. All right, cool.
Yep.
We'll keep that in mind. Like, and
that's the point. That's the point of good media and good journalism.
Yeah, because it's like
good content. Like, let people see like what people have to say about this stuff.
Yeah, and it's just it's like, yeah, of course, and then you almost even got to take it back to how Vince pushed Lashley. It's almost like Bobby Lashley fits the Vince McMahon stereotype, the black superhero. Like, that he's made for Vince McMahon to push him. So who even knows if he was like being pushed in a way that didn't serve an agenda? Like, see, these are the nasty things about racism.
Remember that Sheldon Benjamin commercial?
Yeah, look,
like that was definitely an agenda.
Look, remember the thing about the sex toys with Vince McMahon naming them after the wrestlers, and especially the black ones.
Yeah,
you telling me he didn't have a Lashley running around? I don't have it confirmed either way. I'm just asking the question.
Rich, you know my mind works like I turn words into visuals, and that will haunt me for the rest of my life now.
I'm just saying, man. Like I'm just saying, man. Like it's these are all the things that we have to re-examine. I feel like it's like, all right, like either you just gonna be shunted aside under Triple H, or you gonna be pushed as Vince McMahon as some fetish object, possibly, right?
Yeah, can we do we got anything else to say? Because now I'm trying to like move on because I'm trying to get the AI image of this man holding up a comically large black sex toy in his hand now, and I just can't it won't, it's burned into my retinas now.
Don't none of y'all type this in the AI. I do not want nothing popping up in the Discord. Yeah, man. So what we got next, man?